Good morning, YouTubes. Welcome to episode 5 of the Project Balmoral restoration. This will be the final video in the restoration series before we have a complete vehicle. Had a lot of progress over the last week, so let's have a look around and see what we've been up to. So we now have doors. In the last video we were just going through the process of getting them all hung. They hadn't been off to paint yet. So over the last couple of weeks they've all gone off into paint, come back, and we've started the process of getting the doors fitted. So kit from Ep5 comes with all the internals that you would need to build up the door from a blank frame. So the last week or so we've gone through and done that. For anyone that's done this at home, you'll know how fiddly this can be, so let us know your experiences in the comment. But now we have a complete door, all new winding mechanisms, all new latches, all new locks, and it's all working really nicely. One of the nice little touches we've also had on these doors is these billet aluminium handles. They're in the silver, which I think complements the overall look of the vehicle very nicely, and obviously massively improves the feel when you unlock and open the doors. As we continue to walk around, one of the other nice little jobs that's been done is the installation of the sliding rear windows here. We briefly talked about them in the last video. They're from Mazai 4x4, really nicely made bits of kit, beautiful operation, and they're now both in. That's allowed us then to go and finalise and fully fit all the internal window trims. So that's all been finished now, and then we can start having a little look at what's gone on in the rear. Things are really starting to take shape in the back here now. Over the last couple of days, Grant and myself have gone through and installed the Sapele hardwood benches, the genuine Land Rover rubber matting, which has then been finished with stainless steel retaining trim, and a lovely little detail which I think really finishes it off. The capping for the centre bulkhead, we've painted that in the silver to match all the cappings on the outside, so you really take that feeling from the outside into the vehicle. This should be a really lovely but practical environment for how the owner is going to use this vehicle. I think we mentioned before, big equestrian setup they're involved in, lots of horses, so for chucking boots and saddles and things in, this should be a beautiful but practical space for them. Another little job that we've ticked off over the last few days is getting this rear door fitted out. Seems simple, but also that involved wiring in the high level brake light and also the rear wiper motor. The wiring loom for the rear wiper motor was completely compromised, so we've had to run a new wiring loom right up to the front dash, and we'll show you how that's turned out at the front in a second. So, continuing on from the back, we had a whole host of wiring to sort out here in the centre console. We decided to go with a really clean, little simple switch cluster, which is going to house our new rear wiper switches, the heated seat switches, and then where there used to be a cigarette lighter, we're just going to put in a more modern USB so that you have that charging functionality for your phones. One of the most exciting bits of the project is when we put the new seats in. We've gone for these really lovely classic style seats, chocolate brown, fluted leather. They're heated, and then they've got the pneumatic lumbar support, so you get a little bit of extra support for your back. Really beautiful seats. Lucari have killed it once again, and I think they complement the vehicle really well. Also up front, Grant started to go through, get all the carpeting done, so all the footwells have been carpeted. We've then made some extra little bits so that when you take out the drop-in mats, it's all carpeted under there still, so it looks a bit more crisp. And then we've just got the sort of transmission tunnel left to do, and then the carpeting will be finished in the front here. So since the last video update, the front end is probably where we've made the most progress. So let's have a little look at what we've done over the last few weeks. Before we went ahead and fitted the wings, there was quite a lot of work we had to do before that. First bit of that was a complete heater matrix rebuild. So that's all been apart. It's had new heater core, new blower motors, new seals, and all been rebuilt. And then on the other side of the vehicle, on this side of the vehicle, obviously all your clutch pedals, your brake pedals, your throttle, all of that has to get built up onto the bulkhead. The braking system's then been installed, all the new nickel brake lines have been linked up to that, brakes have been bled, clutch has been bled. So that was quite an extensive piece of work. Once we had all that done, it was time to install the wings, which is really satisfying. Once we had the wings on, that allowed us to get on with a whole host of other jobs. First element of that was running all the wiring looms for all the lights. Again, as with the rest of the vehicle, they weren't in the best of health, so lots of that's been replaced, and now we have all new working lights on the front. So we've got LED lights, but with coloured lenses to keep the retro kind of look to the vehicle, and then updated LED headlights so that you can actually drive at night and see where you're going. One thing I forgot to mention before we move on is sort of the front end styling. I really like this classic look, going with the series style headlight surrounds and sort of a minimal look around the lights. Really classic, but quite modern at the same time. So just, yeah, nice. But once we had all the wiring done, it was then moving on to sort of fitting out the rest of the engine bay, getting the coolant expansion tank fitted, all plumbed in, power steering reservoir, the air box, sort of the air intakes for the blower motors, and then getting the final bits of the radiator assembly fitted with the sort of bonnet release catch, all the latches for the bonnet, and then the front grille surround ready for the new grille, which should be arriving with us in the next couple of days. So we're getting towards the last few jobs of this restoration now. Really nice little simple things that make a visual difference. Bits like getting the wheel arches installed, the wing top vents, even little things like the bulkhead vent flaps with the stainless steel pins, all just make a little difference to how the vehicle will finish when it's done. So as you can all see, Project Balmoral is really starting to take shape now. Probably got one more week left to get all these details finished, and then the next time you join us, hopefully we'll be out on the moors doing a full reveal. So make sure to like the video, let us know in the comments what you think of the build, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next and final update.